Hi, I'm Brad George, Associate Professor of Entrepreneurship here at Babson College. I recently hosted a session called How to Validate a Business Idea. I want to talk to you a little bit about kind of what the summary of that session was. When we think about validating an idea, what we're really looking at is trying to determine whether or not an idea is worth pursuing for us. So a lot of this is personal, and one of the things an entrepreneur has to figure out is what are their goals and objectives in trying to pursue a business idea. So I look at it as three basic hurdles. The first being, is there a market big enough to meet whatever my goals and aspirations are as an entrepreneur? The second, if the market is big enough, can I get the resources necessary to actually execute on my vision? The third is, once I know what it's going to take and I know what the market is, does this produce enough economic or social impact based on my goals to still make it worthwhile? At the heart of this, it's all determining, should I invest my time, my energy, and my life into this business, and will it meet my goals? In the first case, I find that this is really the most challenging thing for most entrepreneurs, is figuring out what your market is. And one of the things I commonly overlook is there truly a problem from the customer's perspective? And we oftentimes forget to ask customers this. So you want to think about it and say, number one, people pay you money to either solve a problem they have or to make their lives better. And if they don't perceive it as a problem, they're probably never going to give you money, regardless of whether they think your idea may be really interesting. So you want to get at that. And once you understand that, you want to understand, so who has the problem and who has it significantly enough to be willing to pay you money to solve it. And this is really what defines your customers. And so understanding the why will certain people buy, why won't other people buy, is going to help you get a description of your potential market. Once you know this, you can make estimates on how big that market is. If the market isn't big enough, there's no sense worrying about what it's going to take to execute on the business. After that, you have to decide, okay, if there is a big enough market, can I actually execute on this? That's where your resources come into play. And I think one of the common things that entrepreneurs do is they immediately focus on money. And it's important to realize money is only needed to buy other resources. So you need to figure out what are the physical, intellectual, relational, and other types of resources you need to actually make this idea happen. And then can you get them? Because if you can't get them, it may be a great opportunity and a great idea for someone else, but you can't execute on it. And you always want to remember, you're trying to validate whether or not this idea is something for you to pursue and whether it's worth your time and energy. Once you understand the resources, then you look and say, okay, I know I need all these things. This is what they're going to cost me. I know who my customers are. I know how much they'll pay. Do I make any money at the end of the day? And is that enough money, again, to meet your own personal goals and aspirations? So that's really the heart of what I talk about in validating an idea, is really looking at those three pieces, understanding, should you move forward? Should you continue to spend your life on this idea?